Nevertheless, tonight we're actually going to be essentially opening up one thing I was able to pick up thanks to Spanky's. Yes, that's the name of the store. It's actually a pretty cool store. Like, I went in there once to actually get a pre-release kit for Ikoria. They're a really cool store. Did got some stuff on them, including this Kaldheim collector's booster. So, we're gonna see what's in this box and enjoy the shenanigans that it shall bring. Nevertheless, let's get into it. At least we get started on the few packs while people are jumping in, so to speak. So, just gotta break the saran wrap on this. There we go. Okay, so there we go. And hey, El Granada, how you holding up? And then let's see. There's the box. We're gonna put the box aside. I hope you're having a good night tonight. Hey there, Maciel. Hope you're having a good night as well. Nevertheless, we're going to get started on this first pack and see what's in it. So, with these collector packs, you'd mostly expect some foil shinies and just some stuff. So, I kind of wanted to do this to test the foil quality of these, just because I was originally... Oh, thank you for the follow, Mohorn1R42. That is lovely. I wanted to see how the foil quality of these foils are, because I was originally going to give out a collector spots for someone when I was doing a giveaway. So I wanted to actually test out the foil qualities of these to make sure that they would be a good prize to give out, essentially. Nice. Welcome, mission accomplished on getting the kids to sleep. Woo woo! Anyway, so we got Kitty, Riverwood Falls. Do love the snow land arts on this. We got, I'll do it like this just to do it, Giant Ox. It's an exhausting card. The Atzard Braggart, aka the card you kind of get scared of when you play it in draft. Stalwart Valkyrie. Rune of Sustenance. Personally, love the rune cycle here, so nice to see it come. Love that cycle. Then we got the Replicating Green. And of course, we're here for one of the things, which is the Snowlands. Snow-covered island. Very pretty. But yeah, the lands art in these sets is actually pretty legit. Like, as much as basic lands make me a little salty, or basic snow lands, mostly because of the whole design aspect of basic snow, I do love the art in these basic snows, especially the kind of like the watermark and all that. They really did a good job on these. Then our first rare is actually a commander card, which is Elderfane Venom. Attacking elves you control have Death Touch. Whenever an elf you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So in other words, if you're playing Elf Tribal, you're going to love this card. Yeah. Then we get our extended art rare, which is Calamity Bearer. The more I can get these, the better, because whoo, in the Giants deck, this card is nuts. We're actually going to put the rares to the side here. Put the lands over here. And we'll put these over here for now. Then we get a regular rare pack foil, Sigrid the God Favorite. Pretty nice sideboard card, if I say so myself. Yeah, Granada, because elves needed more support. To be fair, though, for Oathbreaker, I do have an elves Oathbreaker deck, so I kind of like that we got that as an additional sauce of just, hey, we needed an aristocrat that's elves tribal, so why not? Then we get Cawdor the Doomscourge. Pretty cool card. I still need to brew around this card, but I do kind of like the factor that you force your opponents to attack, and then in the right deck, you can actually go on the aggressive. And, ooh, we started off fancy. We got an extended art Kaya the Inexorable. Nice. Very nice. Also, for the record, Foreign Klats is in the background there. Very nice card. I do love this card in Constructed. Like, I've been playing it in the Shrines deck, and I also just like this in Mardu Control, so that was a hit. And yes, Maciel, that Kaya is gorgeous. Okay, there's going to be some foreshadowing here. First of all, Harold, Kina Skimfar, and oh my word. Oh my word. One of the cards I wanted to pull is the card that I'm going to show you now. We got a showcase art foil Vorinclet's Monstrous Raider. First of all, this art is just metal as heck. S of all, just having a doubling seasons for counters as well as just essentially getting the negative doubling season on your opponent, very lovely. Like, this is a good pull. That is going to be sleeved faster than you can say Timbuktu in a bayou. Ooh. Okay, I don't know how we're going to top this, but... Ooh, Nelly. And that, yes, Maciel, this is from the first pack. And also, funny enough, we got a Kaya foil symbol going with our Kaya Netzable, which is perfect. I will admit, that is kind of interesting how the Showcase one doesn't have the Phyrexian text. Maybe it's just because the spacing with the border is my logical guess there, but that's an interesting food for thought there. That is... Yeah, I think it's $200 for the foil Phyrexian text. I don't know how much the foil Showcase art's going for. Okay, so next pack. We got Elder Live, a mentor. Likes to mentor the elves and a bit of a tree. Skull Raid. First of all, best Mine Rot they ever printed, plus the art on that's nice. Then we got a Craven Hulk. You might not see it, but the giant's on the background. You kind of actually see it in the foil a lot better. It's just fun to see the goat and the giant being like, I am going to be really cautious because I don't want to hurt something. I do kind of love the story of the flavor text and the art behind that. Then we got Miss of Littjara, which, good in draft. In standard, if you're playing the Flash deck, like, you know, the Flash Tribal deck, it's something to consider. Then we got a really good card for Limited, Augury Raven. So, good card. Very good card for Limited. Then we got the Rune of Might. Very nice. I always love my runes. Then we got Provoke the Trolls. So, cue comment on Twitter here. Then we got a really gorgeous snow-covered swamp. Like I said, I do love the foiling on these swamps and such in the snow islands. Then we got the Bears of Littjara as our rare. Very nice. Then we got Icebreaker Kraken. Yes, are you hearing it? Hang on, let me turn it off. One moment. Live, everybody. Nah, you're not the only one. I did notice that they made that the land destruction theme in the set. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Icebreaker Kraken. So, very nice card, especially if you're in Snow Tribal. So, very nice. And we got a foil mythic. We got foil Toroth, God of Fury. Roar! I'm so angry. I still want to brew a deck around this. Since I pulled 3 of them in my packs on Arena, I still want to brew around this card. And then, of course, it has Toroth's Hammer, which essentially is, hey, unequipped Lightning Bolt. Very good card. It's definitely going to be going into my Surg Win equipment deck. Then our showcase is Aegor the Freezing Flame. And we got a mythic showcase. We got Arlon, God of the Cosmos. That's also Havoc, Whispering Raven. Aaron already mentioned this on Shuffle Masters, but it seems like it's not whispering here. It's like, Wow, that's two mythics. That's nice. Then we got a Morite of the Frost. Love this card. And then we got our extended art, Foil Dragonkin Berserker. Very nice card. Okay, that's come from 2 packs of the Collector Booster. That's nuts. And then we got an Icy Manalith and a Elf Warrior token. I'll take as many of these tokens as I need for my party deck with Zavala in it. Actually, a foil Zavala would actually be really nice. Gorgeous cardboard. I agree with that one. So, we got Guardian Gladewalker. Okay, hang on. I gotta take this wet bell down, put it back up on the table. Seize the spoils. Code Spell Cleric. Actually, a really underrated card in Limited. It's actually pretty good in Limited. Raise the Draugr. Miss Rocker. Love the art on this. The card itself in Limited's alright. You're mostly doing it because of the Shapeshifter. Then Fall of the Imposters, aka the most predictable path to exile ever. Well, you know, exile spells generally. Then we get a really gorgeous foil Gates of the Isfeld. Like, that foil is nice. Then we got a snow-covered island. Very nice. And then we get a commander card, which in this case, we get the Stoic Farmer. Which, you know, the case of trying to balance white by giving it more ramp options. Still, really nice card. Especially the fact that you can foretell it. And we did hit something. We did hit a good card. We got an extended art Mystic Reflections. So, $13 card right here, if I recall correctly. So, nice pull here. Plus, also just a fun card in general. And then speaking of more red-green, like, trolls being related to land destruction, we got Waking the Trolls. A.k.a. posting the controversial statement somewhere. Waking the Trolls. Just... This card is actually a lot better than I thought originally. Like, I've seen some people actually ramping into it in some type of deck designs during the early access, and card's actually a lot better than I gave it credit for. Then we got Herald, King of Skinfar. We get Turgid, God of Fright. Very nice. As well as Turgid's Lantern. Very nice. Great card. Then we get Cole, the Forge Master. Very nice. I do love the foiling on this. It's definitely going to be going into my Sagarin deck. And I heard you like Toroth. How about a foil Toroth? Showcase art. Toroth God of Fury Showcase with Toroth's hammer. Mass land destruction is fine. I'm not sure. I have to think on that. But it's definitely... Yeah, this Cole just looks like something you would see from a Star Wars poster, let's be frank. It's like, Cole, the Forge Master. Ready to forge a sword and actually get backstabbed accidentally... Well, not accidentally. Intentionally by Tybalt. It's kind of distinct because it's one of those legendary characters that's like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, wait, they died in the story. Wait, what? Yeah, I can definitely agree with you. The packaging on the pads does make the hammer look blue. Maybe just because to make it like more metal. You know, kind of like how the metal color theming scheme is my logical guess there. Anyway, so we get Jarl the first. I always get the pronunciation of these. Okay, I'm just gonna warn in advance. My Viking Scandinavian terminology is going to be a little butchered, so if you hear some mispronunciations, I apologize in advance. Anyway, Jarl of the Forsaken. Carfell Harbringer. Masked Vandal. Okay, this card actually surprised me. This card is actually a lot better in Standard than I gave it first credit. Mostly just because of all the enchantments running around. Then we get Open the Omen Paths. I am still trying to make this card work. Like, I tried it in Shrines, just a variation of Shrines, just out of curiosity. The 2 of each color does make this tricky. Though I will say, in the decks that run, like, specific 2 color pair cards, powerful cards, it's pretty good. Then we got Lijaller Kinsinker. Then we got the Icebine Pillar. Then we got a Boreal Outrider. Then we got another Shiny Island. I'm not going to complain on that. And we get a commander card. We get the Serpent's Soul Jar. Very nice card. Pretty much whenever enough we control dies, it gets exiled. Sorry for the wobble there. And then you can pay 2 life until end of turn. You may cast a creature spell from among cards exiled with this card. Very nice card. Then, of course, we get our boy that helps us with our runes with the silly rune combo. Rune Forge Champion Extended Art. Very nice. Very nice card. Then we get a card I want to brew around, but I think it's more of a historic brew around than a standard brew. Reckless Crew. Essentially, for each equipment you control, it's... Let me read this. Where X is the number of vehicles you control plus the number of equipment you control. Maybe in standard with Equipment Tribal? Maybe. It's one of those cards I am curious how well it would do in standard if you make a brew around it. Then we got Morite of the Frost. Then we got an Extended Art Mythic. Pretty one too. We got the Battle Mammoth! So yeah, it's pretty fun. So, whenever a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card and you can foretell it. It's a good card. It's just really hard because we are in a standard where there's so many good late game drops that one is very, very hard. Then we get a foil Maja, Guard Protector. Personally, I do like this uncommon legendary a lot. Oh wait, that brain fart. Showcase here. Regular stuff over here. And then we get a foil extended art Draga Necromancer. I'm gonna say this card surprised me during the early access, especially with how many people... Nice. Yeah, Granetta, green needs more card, y'all. But yeah, I actually got surprised about this card in the early access. Like, the factor is it's just nice to have it where you can exile opponent's graveyard. Great and limited, especially with how many people are doing the exile creature card from your graveyard to do a certain fetch shtick. Then we get one of the more beautiful tokens, which is the Shard token. I just love the coloring on it. The detail, just the way it angles, love it. As well as an Elf Warrior token. I'll be frank, I think we're not going to beat a foil Phyrexian showcase. Unless we get like a foil Phyrexian Tets one. Then we got Carnful Kennelmaster. Revitalize. Love they did a reprint of this, and I do love the art for this Revitalize. Really gorgeous. Then we got Run Ashore, aka everybody on that boat saying, "Oh crap!" More or less. Then we got Bound in Gold, a very card that is rich of a trap. Well, no, it's actually a rich removal. Okay, I'm trying to make the gold puns, but they're not working. Then we got Raven Wings. Very nice. Then we got a foil Colossa Plow. I still love the flavor of this card. The factor that you can crude with the Ots and then it makes Plains mana as well as gain you life. Just agriculture flavor for the win. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that, Granada. It would be kind of cool if they did that. Then we get a regular foil Mala Guard Protector. Then we get a foil Snow-Covered Forest. Very nice. And then we get another of these commander cards. Sage of the Beyond, which is probably one of the better ones from the Foretell deck. It's 7 mana, which is a lot, but you can foretell it with 5, which makes it decent. Even if you can cheat it out, though, it's really nice. It's a giant, so keep that in mind. It has flying, and then spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 2 less to cast, and it has foretell of 4 and a blue. There's some really janky shenanigans you can do with this card. And then we get an extended art, Elvish War Master. Love this. Definitely in the Elf Tribal Shenanigans deck. Then we get Esiga's Chariot. Love it. I do love this foil. I love the cats in the art. They are cute. They are really cute. Then we get, still one of the cooler arts, Furla, Judge of Valor. I still need to think of a deck with this card, but I do love the flavor of the card. Plus the art on the showcase is... Then we get another Surgid the God... like I said, my pronunciations are going to be butchered. Surgid the God flavored. Very nice. And then we get a Narfi Betrayer Keen foil showcase. Nice. And then our extended art foil rare is Crippling Fear. Choose a creature type. Creatures that aren't the chosen type get -3/-3 until in a turn. Sigrid. Okay, thank you, Maciel. I appreciate that. Anyway, I do love this card because I probably am going to put this if I ever remake the choose your own choice deck, control deck, which basically the premise of the deck was you put all the cards that say choose a card, make a choice essentially, and then control the battlefield for that. Oh yeah, it's probably going to go into Gwyn. I will no deny that. It's probably going to go into Gwyn, Zachman. Then we get a Spillet and a Dwarf Berserker token. Okay, we're halfway through the packs, but I'm going to be frank. It is going to be really hard to beat a foil showcase foreign class. Jeez, I am still dumbfounded we pulled that. Okay, we start off with the cutest card ever, the Fearless Pup. Oh, I love the art on this, and it's so cute. Then we get a Woodland Chasm. Love the snow duels. Then we get a Wither Crown. Very nice. Then we get Broken Wings. Cue the pops on here. Then we get Feed the Serpent. Nice limited removal. And then we get a really cool foil saga, which is Cardor's Vicious Return. I don't know if you can tell, but with the foiling, the chains are actually foiled. Very nice detail there. Then we get Agor, the Freezing Flame. Very nice card, especially if you're playing Giant Shenanigans. Then we get a Snow-Covered Swamp. Very nice. And we get actually a commander card, and we get the actual commander of one of the commander decks, non-foil, Raynar the Ever-Watchful, which it's always nice to pull these non-foil commanders, because sometimes the foils in the commander decks do get a little bit, curly, so to speak. So it's nice to always have a non-foil if you are a person of the preference of the non-foily variety. Especially if for some reason one of the commanders become like a legacy staple card or some shtick like that. Then our extended is Blood on the Snow. Great board wipe, especially if you're playing snow-based shenanigans. Then, Maciel, you played with this card a lot during the early access. Yorn, God of Winter. As well as Kaldric, the Rhyme Staff. Yeah, that's the pronunciation. Very nice card, especially if you're doing snow-based shenanigans. Then we get a Showcase, Keen Narfi, Betrayer Keen. Then we get a Showcase, Arnie Broken Bow. Pretty much if you're doing aggro-based shenanigans, you're playing this card. Then we get a foil, Viga the Watcher Showcase. Very nice. Friend the Ferrets Everywhere, Yorn. And we get actually a really nice extended art. We get a nice foil extended art, Pyre of Heroes. Very nice card. Especially if you're doing the tribal shenanigans. This is probably going to go into my party deck, if I have to make a guess. So, definitely going to go into the party deck. And then we get a foil Koma's Coil, as well as a Human Warrior. I will say, I did recently watch the Game Nights video of the Koma deck. Oh dear, that Koma deck goes off like nuts. Especially when you play all the clone things. Like, I saw that episode and I was like, wow. The extended art rail Zachman is Pyre of Heroes. Yeah, free Komas, like, that was just insane game. That was insane. Like, it's great that Jimmy won that, but boy, if that shows you how broken that Simic Mythic can be in Commander. That episode kind of showed that. Anyway, we got our Roots of Wisdom. A Snowduel, Highland Forest. Very pretty. Then we got a Mammoth Growth. Then we got a Besker Shieldsmate. Then we got a Arctic Treeline. Another Snowduel. Not going to complain there. Then we got Northy the Betrayer Keen. Regular foil. Very nice. Then we get actually the land associated in Narfi's realms. The port of Carfel. Very nice. Then we get a Snow-Covered Plains. And then our rare is the Battle of Frost and Fire. Pretty much if you're playing Giant Tribal or playing Yorion, you're giving this a shot, more or less. Then we got an extended art, Skimfar Adventure. Very nice. And we get a foil saga. We get a foil Showdown of the Scalds. Many people who have been watching Standard at the moment know that this card is a all-star. One of the decks I'm going to be showing off tonight is actually a deck that Adam made that plays this. That's like a party, like, for the free-colored deck. Love the deck. I kind of want to show it off tonight because the deck's so fun to play. Like, it's a really fun deck to play. Then we got Savala the Ice Shaper Showcase. Then we get a rare showcase, which is Ridan, God of the Worthy, as well as Vakama, like I said, Valkmira, Protector's Shield. This card, I like playing it, even though I admit it's not the best card in the world. Then we get a foil showcase. We get a foil Finn the Fanebearer. And I've been seeing this a lot in Standard. A lot of people are trying to make the poison deck work. And then we get a foil pathway. We get a foil bark channel pathway, as well as a foil tie channel pathway. I will say this, the extended art pathway arts are always so gorgeous. They're so pretty. So pretty. So pretty. Oh, you mean how when people were bad-mouthing Showdown of the Scalds? Yeah, I still remember that, and I remember looking at the card, and I was like, I don't know what deck it's going in, but it is going in a deck. And it turns out it goes into a lot of decks. Actually, I'm just going to sleeve that. And then we get a bird and a treasure token. Yeah, it does break that promise, but granted, I think his promise was specifically Infect, not Poison, which are totally different things. They look the same, technically, but Poison and Infect are technically different things. While Infect has to be combat damage, will give you the amount of Poison counters, so to speak, or not Poison, Infect counters. Pretty much, Infect, or Poison counters, essentially, is whenever you deal combat damage, this happens. So, like, a card can literally say, oh, you deal 1 damage, you give 1 poison counter, or give 5 poison counters, and it's not Infect, technically. It's a weird distinction, because they both have the similar condition of, oh, hey, if your opponent has 10 of these, you win the game, more or less. Yeah, I can definitely see that, Granada. Anyway, let's get on to this next pack. We get Behold the Multiverse. Great foretelled card. We get Not Filled Recluse. Not a bad card in Limited, especially with how many free frees are running around. Then we got the Shackles of Treachery. We get the Invoke the Divine. Then we get the Pilfering Hawk. Very nice. Then we get a Clarion Spirit. Very nice. Then we get the Valkyrie Sword. Okay, one side rant. I know a lot of people are dissing on these cards, but these cards in Limited are legit good. Like, the factor is, there's a lot of free frees in the format, so being able to make your free frees a lot bigger with these equipments, and then later down the line, they can become a creature that can be relevant. Don't underrate these in Limited. These are actually pretty good high picks if you can build the right deck with them. Then we get a Snow-Covered Force. And we get actually one of the theme pack rares, which in this case is the Circlin Elementalist. Not bad in Commander, I would say. In Standard, someone's going to try it. I'm not going to deny that. But there are a lot better ways to cheap out spells in the format. Cue Tybalt's Trickery joke here. Then we get a extended art, regular art, Realm Walker. Very nice. Love this for internal formats. Then we get a foil, Herald Unites the Elves. Great saga, especially if you're playing Elf Tribals with a combo deck. Then we get Via the Watcher. And then we get a regular extended art, Bark Channel, Tide Channel Pathway with the non-foil, but still, great card. Then we get a foil, Herald. And then, we pulled a foil Toski Bearer of Secrets. I was planning to make Squirrel Tribal Fiend, so I was kind of hoping to pull foil this, so we got a foil Toski. That's going to be sleep faster than say Timbuktu in a bayou. Foil Toski. Yeah, I probably made Aziel's Knight with that. That was on his list of the top 10 cards we did. I kind of hope to pull an Extended Art Dream Devourer, actually, since that was a card that was on my list. But, you know what? I can't complain. I mean, for Pete's sakes, I pulled a foil Vorinclex Showcase art. Can't complain there. Actually, we're going to put that here because that's like the highlight of the night, if we're being honest. We got Grimdrauger. We got Duskwielder. True. Definitely true on that one, Grenetta. It's technically not a Squirrel Lord, but let's be frank, with a majority of Squirrel decks, you're going wide, so it kind of works. Like, I wish it was a Lord too, don't get me wrong, I agree, but let's be frank, if it had all that effects and was a Lord, it would be nuts. Bad pun aside. Okay, we got Priest of the Haunted Edge. Dwarven Reinforcements. Glacial Floodplain, not a snow duel. Not going to complain on that. Then we got the Rune of Speed. In other words, the rune that probably Sonic the Hedgehog would probably equip himself with. Then we got the Ruthless U. Then we get a Snow-Covered Plains. Very nice. And then we get another Commander card. Very nice. We get the Ephriel Valkyrie. Very nice. This is the one that caused a lot of confusion with people with the Foretell mechanic and such, but still, with the confusion aside, still a great card. And then, hey, we got a... Okay, I'm going to say it in a minute, but we got actually one of your cards, Macchio. We got a Extended Art, Extended Spirit. Okay, this card surprised me. It's seen so much play in Standard in Mono Blue Snow. Like, it is a really good card, and... I'm just going to sleeve this now, because you know what's better than one foil Vorinclex? A second foil Vorinclex. It's not the Phyrexian, so it's not like the best one of the bunch, but that is still a foil Vorinclex. Okay, we get a showcase art, Finn the Fangbearer. And then we finally pulled this Planeswalker. I have not pulled this one yet. We got a Tyvar Kell Extended Art. I wanted this for my my Nissa Elf Oathbreaker deck, so it's nice to see that. Sorry, Grenetta. Sorry about that. My moderator can be a little bit finicky. My apologies in advance. But I'm guessing it was something around the realms of, are you kidding me, blah, 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 blah. Are you, you know, stuff along that lines. Then we get a foil Morite of the Frost. And guess what? We get a foil Extended Art Runeforge Champion. Awesome Sauce. Ah. Very nice. And then, of course, since we got the Tyvar Kell, of course we got the foil emblem with it, with a foil human warrior. Okay. I know they do this completely random, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of surprised they don't have the foil Ty Raquel and then a foil Elf Warrior on the back. That surprises me, but, you know, maybe they do, and it's just like the random one that might cost a lot more of all these kind of like foil token thingies. Okay, we get Grizzled Outrider, aka Urza the Bear Walker card. That would make too much sense, yeah. Then we get a Starheim Courser, very nice limited card. Goldmore Champion, great limited card, though I am always frustrated when I go against this in limited. Yeah, I do have to admit, it's funny that we got both Kaya as well as Ty Raquel with their tokens associated with it foil. That is really legit funny. I will admit, if we get like... I will laugh if we get like a Tibble in this and we get the token associated with it in the same pack. Then we get Run Amok. Then we get Frostbite. Okay, I was originally down on this card. Yes, people, I realize this card's a lot better now, but mostly only in the mono or 2-color snow decks. If you go in 3 colors and you're using a lot of the pathways, no, don't use this. No, no, no. Then we got Bredgard Stronghold. Very nice. Then we get the Giant's Amulet. Then we get a foil snow-covered forest. Very nice that we got the one with the little owl in it. So Killing Fiend Potter is going to be lovely. Okay, if we get a Nico with the token, I would laugh. So we get a commander card. We get the Crown of Skimfar. Very nice. Very nice card. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each elf you control and has reach. And then you can just return this from your graveyard to your hand. Nice card. That is true. That is true. And speaking of a controversial red card, Tybalt's Trickery Extended Art. Okay, I'll do a quick side rant here, but a quick one because we're getting some value. I think the meme deck of using this to just go get a ridiculously big fiend, for standard, keep in mind, for standard, it's perfectly fine because it's not as consistent as people want it to be. In Eternal formats, though, this card might need to get a ban. Because, like, getting out Emrakuls and such is just... with Cascade. Okay, and we get a foil regular art Draga Necromancer. Nice. Then we get Showcase Nerfy Betrayer King. Then we get the Hingegate pathway along with the Mistgate pathway. Do love the art on that pathway. And then we get a foil Inga Runai Spotlight. And we get a foil that was actually on Aziel's list. We got the foil Haunting Voyage Extended Art. Very nice. Yeah, pretty much. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Granada. But yeah, I do actually like this card for tribal decks. I might put this in my party tribal deck. Then we get a foil Kaya token again, as well as a human warrior token. So on to the last 2 packs. Then we get Dog Pursuits, Bergstrider, Gold Vein Pick, aka this card's really good. Defsy even admit this is a great card in limited. Bind the Monster, Chimeradraft Veil. Well, we saw it coming. Never gonna get tired of saying that pun. Arnie Slays the Troll. Then we get a Snow-Covered Mountain. And then we get our regular Showdown of the Skulls. I will take as many of these as we get. Then we get a Pyre of Heroes. Second one. Very nice. Then we get a Egon, Gourd of Death, as well as the Throne of Death. Great card. Then we got Cold, the Forge Master. Then we get a regular art Toski, Bearer of Secrets, with Showcase. Very nice. Then we get Fira, Judge of Valor. Great foiling on this. And then we get our foil extended art, Rally the Ranks. Not a bad card. Not a bad card. Especially if you're playing party-based shenanigans. And then we got Bear and a token. Who knows? Maybe you're playing Bear Travel. Though the problem is the Bear Lord is mono green, so you can't go Selesnya with it, so... Oh yeah, this set has so many puns, it's not even funny. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat 2 Vorinclexes. I'll say that. But let's see. We got Story Seeker. Battlefield Raptor. Cool birds do not look at explosions. The Lavinous Lindworm. The Alpine Meadow. The Smashing Sitsets. Then we get a regular foil, Morite of the Frost. Then we get a Ascent of the Worthy. Then we get our Snow-Covered Mountain. And hey, we get one of the commander cards. We get Wolverine Riders. Very nice if you're playing Elf Travel shenanigans. Then we got Maskwood Netses. I mean, I would love this foil, but I do love getting extended art for this. Love this card. This is still my favorite card of the set. Just making all your creatures into all creature types. There's just so much jank. Okay, if we pull 3 Vorinclexes, I would be dumbfounded. Then we got Runeforge Champion. Then we got Corridor Doomscourge. And what do you know? Another regular Toraf God of Fury. Regular showcase art. What the heck? Then we got a foil Finn the Fanebearer showcase. And the last rare is just a foil extended art Reckless Clue. It definitely doesn't beat the Vorinclexes, but still, this is a saucy packs. Like, these were sauce. This was a saucy box. Because we pulled, let's see how many mythics we pulled. We pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then I gotta look at these for the showcase mythics. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we pulled 10 mythics in that collector edition. Yeah, a foil tippled would made this spots better. Eventually a foil showcase one. A foil showcase one would be legit. But let's be frank, pulling 2 foil Vorinclexes, one of them being the showcase art, that is amazing. Yeah, I'm going to catch this. This is going to be one of those, I'm going to highlight this whole box opening and put it on YouTube because, seriously, 2 Vorinclexes. 2 Vorinclexes. I am still dumbfounded by that, if I'm being legit honest with y'all. Anyway, thanks for all who enjoyed the box opening shenanigans.